Good morning, children. I'm KSN sir, working as mathematics teacher in Dr. Bishan School. In previous class, I have explained concept squares and square roots. Today also we have to continue the same topic, squares and square roots. Children, all of you once open your textbook. You see, exercise 1.3. Sorry, 3.1, third Roman. Which among the following are the squares of odd numbers and which are of even numbers? Okay, so 169. So 169 is equal to, we know that 13 into 13, that is equal to 13 square. So what about 13 is even or odd? It is a odd number. Okay, odd number. Next, B, 144. 144 is equal to 12 into 12, that is equal to 12 square. So what about 12? 12 is even number. Next, 1936. So prime factorization, 1936 to 9 is 18, to 6 is 12, to 8 is 16, to 4 is to 8 is to 4 is to 24 is to 2 is to 12 is to 1 is 11 is. So 1936 is equal to 2 into this is one pair, this is one pair, this is one pair, whole square. So 2 2 is 4, 4 11 is 44. So 44 is also even number. Children, note down. So like this we have to do. Next, D, 4096. D, 4096. So prime factorization, 2 20s, 2 4s, 2 8s, 2 10s, 2 2s, 2 4s, 2 5s, 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 25s, 2 6s, 2 12s, before 2 8s, 2 6s, 2 4s, simply 8 8s. So 4096 is equal to, this is one pair, this is one pair, this is one pair, this is one pair. So 1 2, again 1 2, 2, again 1 8, whole square, because it is pair. Okay, in this 1 2, from this 1 2, from this 1 2, from this 1 8. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 8 whole square. So 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 8s are 64 whole square. So 4096 is equal to 64 into 64. So 64 is even number or odd number? So this is even number. Okay. So remaining E, F, G. You can do homework. E, F, G. Do this homework, children. So this is exercise 3.1 we have completed. Next, in previous class I have explained properties of square numbers. Next, addition of consecutive odd numbers I will explain. Children, note down. See, page number 32. Addition of consecutive odd numbers. Addition of consecutive odd numbers. Okay, so observe this following pattern now. So first odd number 1, that is equal to sum also 1, so that is equal to 1 square. Observe this pattern. Next to consecutive odd numbers 1, 3. Okay, so 1 plus 3, that is equal to 4. So simply we can write this is 2 square. Next consecutive odd numbers 1, 3, 5. Add these 3. 1 plus 3 plus 5. 1 plus 3, 4. 4 plus 5, 9. So 9 we can write 3 square. Then next consecutive odd numbers 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. 1 plus 3, 4. 4 plus 5, 9. 9 plus 7, 16. So that is equal to 4 square. Next, so simply how many odd numbers are there? Consecutive odd numbers 4 square. Next, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9, that is equal to 25. So how many consecutive odd numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So simply 5 square. 5 square means 25. So this pattern we have to observe. Okay, the relation between the addition of consecutive odd numbers and square numbers. Okay, 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16. Okay, 5 square 25. Next, 6 square, then what is the sum? 36. Next, 7 square, what is the sum of consecutive odd numbers? 49. So like this we will get, so this pattern we have to observe. Okay, next, page number 33. Numbers between any two consecutive square numbers. Numbers between next, fourth one, numbers between any two consecutive square numbers. Okay, So if x is any positive integer, this one, if x is any positive integer, then numbers between two consecutive square numbers, then there are 2x numbers, this is important thing, 2x numbers between x square and x plus 1 whole square. So children, observe here, numbers between any two consecutive square numbers, x square, x plus 1 whole square. Simply one example I will tell you. Let x is equal to 3, then x square is equal to 3 square. So that is equal to 9. X plus 1 is equal to 4, 3 plus 1 4. So x plus 1 whole square is equal to 4 square, that is equal to 16. So in between 9, 16, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 6. So what about if x is any positive integer, then there are 2x numbers between. So 2x. So 2x is equal to 2 into x means what? 3. 2 3s are 6. 6 are there or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are 6 numbers. So if x is any positive integer, okay, then there are 2x numbers between x square and x plus 1 whole square. Okay, so this is one example. I hope it's very clear. Okay, children, note down. Next to triangular numbers property. Triangular numbers property. This one I will explain. So what are called triangular numbers? Triangular numbers property. Triangular numbers property. Okay, so 1, that is equal to 1 now. This is term 1. Next 1 plus 2, that is equal to 3, term 2. 1 plus 2 plus 3, 6. This is term 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, 10 now. Term 4. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, 15. Term 5. Okay. Next to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, that is equal to 15 plus 6, 21. So term 6. So these numbers are called triangular numbers 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. So these numbers are called triangular numbers. Okay. So 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21 and so on are called triangular numbers. Children, note down. Therefore, the number 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, so on are called triangular numbers. Okay. Next concept, Pythagorean triplet. 6. Pythagorean, Pythagorean triplet. Okay. So what is called Pythagorean triplet? Suppose A comma B comma C. Okay. A square, if A square plus B square is equal to C square, then ABC is called, this is called Pythagorean triplet. One example I will tell you. 3, 4, 5. Let A is equal to 3, B is equal to 4, C is equal to 5. Okay. Then A square plus B square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square. So 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 16 plus 9 25. Okay. What about C? C is equal to C square is equal to 5 square, that is equal to what? 25. Then A square plus B square is equal to 25. C square also 25. Therefore A square plus B square is equal to C square. So ABC is equal to 3, 4, 5. This is called Pythagorean triplet. Okay. So Pythagorean triplet. Next, one more observation. Children, just wait. Same example I will explain in another way. Let n is equal to 2. Then what about 2n? 2 into 2, 4. What about n square minus 1? So 2 square minus 1, 4 minus 1, that is equal to 3. What about n square plus 1? So 2 square plus 1, that is equal to 4 plus 1, that is equal to 5. So 3, 4, 5. It is a Pythagorean triplet, no? So what about 3? N square minus 1. What about 4? 2n. What about 5? N square plus 1. So this is our n square minus 1. So this is the formula. It follows the Pythagorean triplet. N square minus 1, 2n, n square plus 1. Okay, n square minus 1, 2n, n square plus 1. So this is Pythagorean triplet. But for any positive integer, n it should be greater than 1. For any positive integer, n greater than 1. For any positive integer, any positive integer, n greater than 1. This condition must, then n square minus 1, 2n, n square plus 1 is called Pythagorean triplet. Okay. Now n square minus 1 whole square plus 2n whole square. Observe here. N square minus 1 whole square plus 2n whole square. So n square minus 1, n square minus 1 whole square. So a square n power 4 plus b square 1 minus 2ab minus 2n square. This is plus 4n square. So n power 4 plus 1 plus 2n square. So this one we can write n square plus 1 whole square. N square plus 1 whole square. So this is a, this is b. A square plus b square is equal to n square plus 1 is equal to what? C square. So a square plus b square is equal to c square. It follows the rule a square plus b square is equal to c square or not. Let a is equal to n square minus 1, b is equal to 2n, c is equal to n square plus 1. Now a square plus b square, a square, n square minus 1 whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab, n power 4 plus 1 minus 2n square. This is plus 2n whole square, that means 4n square. N power 4 plus 1, 4n square minus 2n square, that is equal to 2n square. This one we can write n square plus 1 whole square, a square, b square, 2ab. So a square plus b square is equal to c square. Then ABC is a Pythagorean triplet. Like this, okay, n square minus 1, 2n, n square plus 1 is also a Pythagorean triplet. But what about n? N is any positive integer. N it must greater than 1. Okay, n is equal to 1. Why? Because if n is equal to 1, it will become 0. Okay, why? Because 1 square 1 minus 1 it will become 0. Okay, n square minus 1 it will become 0. That's why. So we should take n is greater than 1 condition. Okay, so this is my today's class. I hope you understood very well. Now I will give you homework. Exercise 3.1. This is homework. This homework you should follow, children. Next class again I will explain some other concept and exercise 3.2. Thank you.